New images underscoring the severity of the border crisis. Take a look at this drone footage from Del Rio, Texas. More than 4,000 migrants huddled under a bridge there. They are waiting to be apprehended. Meanwhile, agents found these two small children abandoned along the Rio Grande, one of them just 3 months old. Joining me now is Derek Malls, former DEA special agent in charge, and Lieutenant Christopher Olivares of the Texas Department of Public Safety. Let me start with you, Deputy, or Lieutenant. When you see thousands of people in the heat of the summer, and you know the Border Patrol is already overwhelmed, where are these people going to go?
You know, Dana, that's the situation right now. And as you can see, it's not decreasing by any means. Just this morning, I heard there was reports of close to 8,000 illegal immigrants under that bridge in Del Rio, and they're expecting 20,000 in the next coming days. So it's really out of control right now. Border Patrol is overwhelmed. They're stretched thin. And it's a situation that could have been taken care of, you know, back in March when this first started. But right now it's to the point where it's just out of control right now.
Before I ask Derek a question, tell us what's behind you in your shot there.
So these are some drugs that we've seized. Our DPS personnel have seized within the past couple of days during Operation Lone Star. Our DPS troopers have been involved with numerous seizures along the southern border because of the current situation, because the fact that cartels are exploiting the situation, the fact that Border Patrol is overwhelmed and stretched thin by processing these illegal immigrants. So they take advantage of that and they exploit the gaps along the border. And because of that, you've seen a surge of drugs that are coming across, illicit drugs, cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl.
So, Derek, to that point, then, you see, I don't know if you can see all this video that they provided me. And this is just in the last couple of days. So these drugs are going from Texas and they're going all around the country. So this is a national problem, Derek.
Yeah, absolutely, Dana. If you looked at the statistics, I mean, there's 10,469 pounds of fentanyl seized this first 11 months of the fiscal year. If you compare it to last 11 months last year, there's a 160% increase. Then when you look at the amount of fentanyl fake pills that are being seized, like in DEA, Phoenix, Arizona, they reported 3 million pills seized in the month of August alone. They went from seizing zero pills in 2015 to 6 million pills in 2020. Now in 21, in 1 month, they had 3 million pills. So the fentanyl pills are all over the country. But then, Dana, when you look at the statistics of the fentanyl-related deaths, like in Orange County, California, a 1,067% increase in the last 5 years. So fentanyl's killing at record levels. Methamphetamine is up. So all indications are the cartel business is booming. They're making billions of dollars not only from the drug smuggling, but the migrant smuggling. And nobody in the Washington political environment is speaking about it. Mainstream media is burying it.
Lieutenant, the border apprehensions in just the month of August, 208,877. August 2020 was 50,000. August 2019, 62,000. So a huge increase. I have a question about those two little kids that were found abandoned. What happens to kids like that in a situation where they've just been left on the side of the road?
You know, Dane, that's a good question. The thing is that, you know, these smugglers, and that's a perfect example right there where they have no regard for the individuals they are smuggling, leaving children behind along the river in those type of conditions, especially right now with the South Texas heat. These children, if they don't have any family here in the U.S. or their mother or their father, chances are they're going to end up in some type of foster home. And that is a very sad situation that's taking place for these innocent children that are victimized because of this current situation.
Derek, what do people need to know about the dangers of taking anything that has fentanyl in it?
So, Dana, just like the government is changing the way law enforcement speaks, like you can't say illegal alien anymore, you have to say non-documented immigrant. So I would say they need to change the wording. It's not an opioid crisis. Fentanyl murders, fentanyl poisoning are at record levels, and kids are dying, athletes are dying. There was an NYPD cop that died recently, a sergeant. So there's people all over the country dying, and families are being destroyed. So the government has to wake up and start aggressively attacking the production labs in Mexico.
There's a reason why the president's numbers on the border are so low, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be changing anything. We don't have any notification. They're not talking about it. They're not seeming to do anything about it. And it's very frustrating and troubling and terrible for the children and very concerning for the people out there who might be tempted to try one of these drugs and ends up being fentanyl. And as you said, poisoned or murdered because of it. Thank you both. We appreciate you. We'll stay in touch.
Good luck, man. Got a big job there.